Hey guys, Saturday afternoon, the 17th, just posting an update on the belt. I went out to the garage and got some polishing compound and decided to see if I could just kind of smooth this thing out a little bit. And while it looks really good, I assure you it's far from that. What it ended up doing, I'm pretty sure my first assessment was right. I think it was just gold spray paint that was on there, and it looked pretty good. Either that or it was just some really, really cheap gold plating that was done, but most of it came right off, and I'm not really sure what I'm looking at here. I don't know if this is nickel. I can't imagine that these guys had gone through any kind of a formal plating process on this, because in my experience with plating, it's typically copper, nickel, chrome, or then copper, nickel, and gold. I don't know. I mean, I really don't know what they had done with this, but I decided to just try to polish it up a little bit and just try to see if I can get some of the garbage off of it. Not that it really matters. All of it's going to be acid etched anyway, and it'll all be replated here in the good old US. And I just kind of wanted to see what it was going to look like, and it kind of looked like crap in all the videos, so I wanted it to look a little better. But basically, what I went out to go do was get the evidence of where the former bars were mounted, to get those cleaned up so that the new bars can attach. Now, if any of you are going to be doing the same thing I am, and you kind of want this thing to look better than the bars that they gave you, which, again, they kind of cut in half and they look very two-dimensional. And if you just don't care, then it won't matter. But if you're going to go through the detail that I am, and to tell you the truth, the only reason I did was because one of them snapped off, and I was like, okay, all right, I guess we're in this thing all the way. But if you're going to go that route, you're going to be very hard pressed to find somebody to do the welding on these, or the brazing actually. Nobody really wants to take responsibility. I've talked to about a dozen welders and nobody wants to do this. So what I did is I did a little bit of research on the web. I found that there's a company, I believe it's called Muggy Weld, and they have a product called SSQ6, and that is a paste that you could use. It will join all the pieces together. You're just gonna apply the weld. It comes in a syringe. Just put it wherever you need it. Hold your piece in place. I plan on using a C-clamp, and then you just hit it with some heat. You hit it with a torch, like a Burns-O-Matic, and you wait till all the flux burns off, and then what's left is the silver that has joined to your nice clean surfaces here. Now, you see I'm touching this. It's no big deal. I'm gonna clean this up one more time before I actually get the Muggy Weld. I've ordered it, so it's gonna take about a week to get here. So I won't be posting anything back soon. But the one part that I'm having a little bit of concern about is the sidebars, how I'm gonna attach those, because those, if you notice, the bar has got a half twist in it, and then the end pieces, the sunburst, they have a half twist in them. So it's sitting on the edge of that triangle. So I have to carefully notch the sidebar and then set all of it together, and then weld it all together, or silver solder it together, or silver weld it, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. And then once that's all done, I will give it all a good clean. I'll sand it, starting with like 500 grit sandpaper, and kind of work my way up to where it's nice and fine. Once I'm satisfied with how it looks and all the pieces are attached, I will send it all off to the plater and have him, her, do all the plating on it, and I'll give her the side pieces as well, so that they all match. And I think that'll look really cool when it's done. I think, just for continuity, what I'm going to do, just to make sure that I get this right, because being a left-hander, and I don't know if this has anything to do with it, if it does any more than just being stupid, but I'm going to attach the sunbursts first. I'll get those where I want them, and then I'll lay the bars on, and I'll attach the bars on top of that. And if there's anything excess on that, it's no big deal. I could always cut that off and make it all uniform and sand it and do whatever needs to be done. But I'm pretty sure where I'm at is going to be with attaching the sunbursts, and then I'll attach the curved bars. And then we should have a pretty good looking Winged Eagle belt. And then once all the plating's done, I'll start adding the jewels and stuff in, and finish drilling out the stars in here. and getting those ready, and I'll give that to my wife so she can attach the jewels. It'll look pretty cool. If any of you are interested, I will post a video of my big gold belt. It's a version 1 Figures Inc. It was a very first one that they came out. I mean, this thing's like tinfoil thin, and we had taken the plastic junky ass jewels out of that, and we replaced them with Swarovski crystal, and it ended up looking really sharp. Looks a lot better, and on top of that, I curved it, because if any of you are familiar, those things were pancake flat. I mean, they had no curve in them at all. So I curved the shit out of those plates, and it fits my waist really good, and it looked pretty good. I gave that belt to my dad before he had passed, and then when he had passed, my mom had given it back to me. So it was very important to me that I keep that belt and not get another one for myself. I have that one. I think it looks really cool. It used to be my least favorite belt. It's now my favorite out of the collection. I don't have that many, but you know, I've got a couple that are very near and dear to me, especially the United States WCW belt. Love that one. That was the first one I ever got. So that's it. I'll keep you guys posted on any new developments on this, and talk to you later. Have a good weekend.